hysterics out of nowhere. Some old fool comes up and spits tobacco right in her face. It was very funny. Well, Susan didn't think so. Had hysterics. Screamed like a banshee. They had to stop the parade and remove her from her throne and go on with... Why are you looking at me like that?
Like what, Maggie?
The way you were looking at me just now, before I caught your eye in the mirror and you started to whistle. I don't know how to describe it, but it froze my blood. What are you thinking of when you're looking at me like that?
I wasn't conscious of looking at you, Maggie.
Well, I was conscious of it. What were you thinking?
I don't remember thinking of anything,
Don't
Maggie.
you think I know that? Don't you think I know that?
Know what, Maggie?
That I've gone through this hideous transformation, become hard, frantic, cruel. That's what you've been observing in me lately. How could you help but observe it? That's all right. I'm not thin-skinned anymore. Can't afford to be thin-skinned anymore. But Brick.
Did you say something, Maggie?
I was going to say something. That I get lonely. Very.
Everybody gets that.
Living with someone you love can be lonelier than living entirely alone if the one that you love doesn't love you.
Would you like to live alone, Maggie?
No, God, I wouldn't. Did you have a nice shower?
Uh-huh.
Was the water cool?
No.
But it made you feel fresh, huh?
Fresher.
I know something that would make you feel much fresher.
What's that, Maggie?
An alcohol rub, or cologne, a rub with cologne.
That's good after a workout, Maggie, but I ain't been working out.
You kept in good shape, though.
I think so, Maggie.
I always thought drinking men lost their looks, but I was plainly mistaken.
Ah, thanks, Maggie.
You're the only drinking man I know that never seems to put fat on.
Getting softer, Maggie.
Well, it's bound to soften you up sooner or later. It was just beginning to soften up Skipper when... Oh, I'm sorry. I never could keep my finger off a soap. I wish you'd lose your looks. If you did, it would make the martyrdom of St. Maggie a little more bearable, but no such goddamn luck. You know, I actually think you've gotten better looking since going on the bottle. Yeah, a person who didn't know you would think you never had a tense nerve in your body or strained muscle. Of course, you always had that detached quality about you, as if you were playing a game without much concern over whether you won or lost, and now that you've lost the game, not lost, just quit playing. You have that rare sort of charm that usually only comes in very old or helplessly sick people. The charm of the defeated. You're so cool. So cool. So enviably cool. They're playing croquet. Oh, the moon's appeared. It's white. Just beginning to turn a little bit yellow. You were a wonderful lover. Such a wonderful person to go to bed with. And I think mostly because you were really indifferent to it. Isn't that right? Never had any anxiety about it. Did it naturally, easily, slowly, with absolute confidence and perfect calm. More like opening a door for a lady or seating her at a table and giving expression to any longing for her. Your indifference made you wonderful at lovemaking. Strange, but true. You know, if I thought you'd never make love to me again, I would go downstairs to the kitchen and pick out the longest and sharpest knife that I could and stick it straight into my heart. I swear that I would. But that's one thing I don't have. The charm of the defeated. My hat's still in the ring. I'm determined to win. Why is the victory of a cat on a hot tin roof? I wish I knew. Just staying on it, I guess, as long as you can. Later tonight, I'm going to tell you that I love you. And maybe by that time you'll be drunk enough to believe me. Yes, they're playing croquet. Big Daddy's dying of cancer. What were you thinking of when I caught you looking at me like that? Were you thinking of Skipper? Oh, excuse me. Forgive me, but the laws of silence don't work. No, laws of silence don't work. Laws of silence don't work! When something is festering in your memory or imagination, laws of silence don't work. It's just like shutting a door and locking it on a house on fire in hope of forgetting that the house is burning, but not facing a fire doesn't put it out. Silence about a thing just magnifies it, it grows and festers, and silence becomes malignant.
Give me my crutch!
Lean on me.
No, just give me my crutch.
Lean on my shoulder.
I don't want to lean on your shoulder. I want my crutch. Now you're gonna give me my crutch, or do I have to get down on my knees on this floor and get it myself?
Take it.
Thanks.
We mustn't scream at each other. The walls in this house have ears. But that's the first time I heard you raise your voice in a long time, Brig. A crack in the wall of composure. I think that's a good sign. A sign of nerves and a player on a defensive.
Just hasn't happened yet, Maggie.
What?
That little click that I get in my head when I've had enough of this stuff to make me peaceful. Do me a favor, Mag.
Maybe I will. What favor?
Just keep your voice down.